Amid draconian shutdown orders, a number of Silicon Valley companies, as we were just saying, HP, Oracle, Tesla, are leaving the Bay Area for Texas. For years, politicians have assumed that unrelenting growth is a good strategy. But could having more Californians backfire on Texas? Governor Greg Abbott joined Tucker to talk about it.
Governor, thanks so much for coming on. First, congratulations. Such an obvious success story. People are leaving California. They can go to 49 other places. They're coming to your state. That is an endorsement of the way you're running it, obviously. So sincere congratulations. But I do have a question. We've seen this across the country where people flee a collapsing, crummy state and then wreck the state they go to. Are you worried? Totally sincere question. That all these Californians will bring their values and degrade the state of Texas?
Tucker, this is the #1 question I get from fellow Texans all the time when they see all of these headquarters relocate from California to Texas, and I have great news for them, and that is these relocations are not going to change the politics in Texas, and we have mathematical proof for it. 2 years ago, I was on the ballot at the same time that Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke were on the ballot. We did an exit poll asking people after they left the polls, did you vote for Ted Cruz or did you vote for Beto O'Rourke? And then we asked them, have you moved from California or are you a native-born Texan? The results of that poll showed that 58% of the people who moved from California voted for Ted Cruz. Interestingly, that almost identically matches a separate poll that was taken, also an exit poll from that same election that showed that 57% of the people who moved from California voted for Ted Cruz. And both of those polls match a study that was done a couple of years before that asked Californians that came to Texas, are you conservative or are you liberal? 57% of the people who moved from California said they were conservative. 27% of the people who moved from California said they were liberal. And there are reasons for this, Tucker, and that is that if people like big government, if they like high taxes, if they like more regulations, they're going to stay in California, and the last place they would come to is the state of Texas. But, Tucker, I need to add this, because I talk to CEOs every single week. And I listen to their concerns, whether they're coming from California or New York or some other state. And they've added a new reason this year why they're coming to the state of Texas and leaving these other states. And that is because of the lack of policing in these other states. You see these movements to ban police or defund police, whatever they want to call it. In Texas, we're talking about defending police, not defunding police. We will support law enforcement in Texas. You know, businesses, they can try to find ways to...
May I interrupt you there? Because I think you make really strong points. Those are clearly true. But there's another factor that's never considered. Texas is a great place in part because it's a very religious state. No one ever says that, but you go to Dallas and, you know, people are doing Bible study at Starbucks. The truth is there are massive cultural differences. You're getting a lot of people with left-wing social values moving into your state. They've already completely wrecked Austin, as you well know. You're not concerned about that?
I'm not, again, in part because of the studies and also in part because of the thousands of Californians that I have personally dealt with that have come to the state of Texas. It's the Californians that they believe in God, they believe in guns, and they are so excited about coming to the state of Texas and getting a gun that they couldn't have in California. And so it's the people who want to re-engage with their faith, the people who want to have guns, or the people who believe in fossil fuel, and they're trying to get away from the hostile positions of California against all of those issues. And so there is a reason why they're coming here. But also remember this, Tucker, there are some people who are actually leaving Texas and going to California. So we have a kind of a trade deal going here. The liberals are leaving Texas, and the conservatives are coming from California to Texas.
I hope that's true. I should say, in the interest of full disclosure, I am from California. I'd be very wary of letting people like me in, but good luck. We're certainly, if Texas goes, then we're done. So please keep an eye on that. Governor, great to see you tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tucker.